footsteps very prominently. Women's Junior Lacrosse League season. Tonight's game is between the visiting Halifax Hurricanes and your Junior Wolves. I'd like to say a big hello to all our fans streaming the game on Maritime Athletic Profiles.
There's 3 periods, yeah. 3 20s. Also penalties, stuff like that, like there's a penalty. I'm gonna zoom in on the box myself. Okay, which one is that?
Prior to the game tonight, the Wolves Lacrosse Association Junior 18 would like to acknowledge the seniors on the Halifax Hurricanes team. We'd like to congratulate Sophie Monder and Greer Nangle on their outstanding careers in lacrosse. Thank you for being amazing teammates to your team and incredible opponents for us. We've enjoyed playing against the Halifax Hurricanes and the players. So seniors, thank you. From all of us at the Wolves Lacrosse Association. We would also like to acknowledge that June is National Indigenous History Month. Tomorrow, June 21st, is National Indigenous Peoples Day. It takes place on the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. For generations, many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities have celebrated their cultures, language, and traditions at this time of the year. The summer solstice holds deep spiritual and cultural significance for many Indigenous peoples, marking a time of renewal, connection, and celebration. Tonight, as we have gathered to enjoy and celebrate the Creators Game, before the opening face-off, the Wolves Lacrosse Association of Wolves Junior 18 will honor the Creators Game by presenting the acknowledgement of Mi'kmaq territory and a Mi'kmaq honor song. Please, if you're able, take off your non-traditional headgear and direct your attention to the flags at the entrance of the arena for the presentation of the acknowledgement and the honor song.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Prior to the singing of our national anthem, the ECWJLL would like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Acknowledging that we are in Maritime, the traditional ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people, is a way of showing respect for and honoring our shared history and shared treaty relationship. A relationship based on peace and friendship. It is very important that we continue to recognize our shared history.
Please, if you're able, remain standing for the presentation of both candidates.
Here we are, beautiful Saturday evening. We're in the downtown Lower Sackville at the Sackville Arena, the Den, where the Sackville Wolves are welcoming the Halifax Hurricanes. Sackville coming in undefeated so far, sitting at a 10-0 record. Halifax with a 3-7, looking to maybe pull a little upset on a Saturday evening. Mike Elliott here on the call with Maritime Athletic Profiles, and we're in for an exciting one here this evening. People still making their way into their seats as they're looking forward to a great game of lacrosse. Both these teams actually just played Dartmouth within the last week. Sackville coming up on the winning side of theirs. Halifax just short, so they're going to want to get back in the win column here this evening. They're in tough. Again, Sackville is a tough team. I believe they only have one loss in the last 2 years. So we'll see what we get here when we get to the opening face-off. And just with that, we get a battle that's going over to the far side, right in front of the Hurricanes bench. As the ball still loose. Now it's finally picked up on the floor and looking to find through. Looked like she was going to go for a run. Just lost it as she was trying to make her way to the top of the crease. Was Hovey. Now we're up top. 16 seconds on the shot clock. There's a shot from the far side that's going to be deflected out of play. Wolves will retain possession, new shot clock, and we'll swing it back up top as they try to swing things down. There's Maddie Dyer trying to get it back. A little bit of play from the top of the key. Now it's Haley James. James trying to find over. She's trying to use the little pick and roll and then try to cut it over. That was cut off, and they're trying to get off to the races. Thought about going for a run back the other way, but hits over center and thinks twice about it. Was Nagel. She's going to hand it off. Offense will come on the floor, and it's handed off now to Allison. Grace Allison hands that down low and taking a shot, but paying the price here was Groombridge, but a better save. I should mention the starting goaltenders. I'll get to that in a moment as the Wolves are on the run. They're run the other way, and there's the first real save as well from the Halifax. And it's number 1, Greer Nagel, in between the pipes for Halifax. And 200 feet across from her, trying to see the number on the sleeve of the Wolves goaltender. We'll get that in a moment. Right now, Halifax looking to set up. Thought about coming right down Main Street, but getting taken down. And now here comes the Wolves quickly back the other way. It's how fast this game goes. Trying to get a step, trying to go for a run. Going out alone is Hanrahan, and Haley Hanrahan almost with a chance there. Another save from Nagel, who sends the ball all the way down to the offensive side of things. But then taking it up, ball's loose. But Halifax able to keep it right at center. Sackville trying to force it loose. They do again, this time trying to get a step. Going to go for a run. This is Kat Wilkie, rookie for the Wolves. He gets a shot on goal and another save. And Nagel didn't even know where it was, and it just rolled out the side of the post. We're only 2.5 minutes into this one, and it's going end to end already. A lot of run and gun action now. Halifax, here we go again. Trying to find through, not much to be had. Nice quick pass and a quick little shot and a nice save as firing that one on target was Fournier. Halifax able to control their own rebound. They look to reset. Trying to spin off a check, trying to find some room, looking up top. There's a shot. That's going to miss and go just wide. Again, Allison. Now loose ball. Wolves find the bounce. Going for a run here. Here's Abby Hamilton. She's going to be able to walk in all alone. She takes a shot. And just getting a piece of that was Nagel again. I believe I'm going to be saying her name a few times here this evening. As that gets the piece and goes wide. But Sackville retains again as they control the rebound up top. They try to get things in motion. Look for some room here in the short side. There's a shot. But unable to make any room there was Swimmer. Halifax controls the rebound. They bring it the other way, but can't quite control the pass. But a bouncing ball. Almost a second opportunity, but this time going to be scooped up by the Wolves. And quickly back to the other. There's a high shot there. And look at both referees, and arms are up. We're going to get our first power play of the game when Halifax touches up. Right now, extra attacker on for the Wolves as the goaltender headed to the bench. And there's a shot from in tight, but Nagel with the save covers up. There's the whistle. And then the referee just tripped over. Almost got tripped up there from the Halifax players. The Halifax player went down. And I thought it was, and it is number 31, Peyton Lawler, between the pipes for the Wolves. But heading to the penalty box for Halifax is going to be number 8. I believe cross-checking was the call. Get a quick little chance to get the number there. Not on our scorecard, but either way, the Wolves looking to swing it around now as they look to engage the power play in motion. Up top with it. Now down out front, trying to get a shot there, trying to reach up over top and bounce one in. Doesn't quite get much on it. Now we're going to go back the other way. There's Halifax, but Sackville on the forecheck, trying not even allow the player to get over half, but getting worked over. Still a couple blue jerseys on her as Blythe-Nagel is able to get it over half. Quick pass as they're killing valuable time off on this penalty. Now down in the corner with it, Grace Allison. Kind of look to hold, probably kind of leaving him behind now as the shot clock was going to expire. Got the penalty down to 1:10, and Sackville will take over. Now they'll look to try to bring things the other way. I have to wait for the announcer to announce that number there for the penalty box. It's not on either one of my scorecards, but either way, again, Wolves with 45 seconds on the penalty with a quick rip from well outside there from Sophie Munden. Leading scorer with 18 points for the Wolves. Gets turned aside, but rebounds picked up. And they'll do again with only 33 seconds remaining on the power play. Up top with it. Looking to set things up, May Dyer. There's a hard shot, comes right back to her as she misses the target. Swing it to the far. There's another shot. I don't think that Nagel saw it until it hit her. And there's a big collision. That got the bench going near just below us. But Halifax able to send it down to the Wolves zone. They'll have to move quick. Only 10 seconds to go in the power play. We're 5.5 gone here in the first period. They had a quick look over the shoulder. Penalized player is going to get ready to get back on the floor. There's a quick shot there. That gets deflected, goes high as Haley James tried to rip one. Now again, another pass. And this one's going to go on the wrong side. I believe that's going to be a back over call as we hear the whistle. So Halifax will take over down in the corner. As we approach 6 minutes gone here in the first. Still no score. On that far side, there's a shot. Just missed the target. Battle in the corner as both teams look for a loose ball. Looks like Halifax has it. Trying to come up with it now, looking for somebody open. Looks to go cross crease. That pass attempt gets sent right back to her as the captain for Halifax sends it. Josie Fournier. And there's a shot on target, but able to make the save is Lawler. And quickly back the other way. Down in the offensive zone now for the Wolves on that far side. Trying to find somebody open. Looking up top. Likes to hold. But I believe there's going to be a crease violation as I look back. And there was. So turnover Wolves. Halifax takes over. deep in their own corner. They're going to roll one up over center. A little dangerous. Wolves hang around there looking for a loose ball. Try and knock that loose. And coming up with it was Haley Hannerhan. But now on the bounce with the loose ball violation. Halifax will take over this time. A little closer to center. They'll make their way over this time. And heads up. There's a collision right at center. Loose ball as two Wolves came together to take down the Hurricane. And now holding on to it. Waiting for the rest of the offense to come on. Down deep in the corner. Looking to roll up with some room. We have a chance here for a cross crease. You're seeing now all these players love the crease dive, but couldn't quite get there. And still battling down low. It's all over it. Where the Wolves there in the corner. Sent down the other way. Wolves pick it up deep in the middle. And Seth note to see that as Lawler was right all set up for the pick. The Wolves able to pick it and send it. A little bounce pass trying to connect there with Hovey. Couldn't quite. Halifax picks it off and they're back the other way. Look for some room to run here back. Is Nagel. Blythe Nagel almost made her way right straight down Main Street. Only have one player left to beat, but unable to. Now she hands off. She heads to the bench. Hurricanes put the offense in motion from the far side. Looking out front. Trying to do a little touch pass back. Going to go off the glass. And off the boards. Wolves relentless on this ball right now. And able to come up with it. And looking to put the Jets on. Trying to find some room to run. Maybe a partial 2-on-1. Has some help. Going to take it herself. She shoots and scores! Looked like she was going to go for the handoff, but elects to keep, and that's the right decision as the Wolves are going to get their first here this evening, and it's going to be number 24, Isa Hayward. As you see there in the replay, just able to get up over the shoulder. As the Maxim replay tonight, showing a beauty of a goal there. Hard work along the boards pays off, and then she takes it herself, and we'll bring it back to center. Of course, we'll wait for the official announcement from the timekeeper. Halifax going to win that draw here at center. Looking for the equalizer now. Up top. And here's the... And with that, as we're listening to the goal announcement, you hear the cheers from the bench below us as Halifax going to head back to the penalty box. And it's going to be Grace Allison, I believe, cross-checking, if I've seen the signal correctly, from the official. Either way, Wolves don't care. They're back on the power play after scoring moments ago. They'd love to get one here to go up 2-0. 11:27 remaining here in the first. The shots up on the board now, 9-0. In favor of the Wolves. I'm not sure if that's quite correct or not, but it definitely has been a lot of the Wolves with the ball here this evening. Now they look to start to set up, but they start to swing on the outside. Loose ball though, and that's almost picked off. Wolves does get it back. And they start to swing on the outside, up top. Looking for some room. Back here just below us, there's all kinds of traffic in front. Couldn't quite pull the trigger as she loses the handle. And you hear the siren go. Shot clock violation. Hurricanes will take over now. Minute 25 remaining in the power play. They're going to bring it inside the zone. They'll try to use the entire shot clock to kill off some time here on the penalty. And taking along the boards, two Wolves collapsing quickly on her, but she keeps possession, able to hold on. And now the referee's arms up. And I believe there's going to be a penalty to Sackville. Right now, both teams battling, and the shot clock will go, and it is going to be a cross-check call. So that's going to do it for the power play. We're going to have some 4-on-4 lacrosse for 59 seconds, and the Hurricanes will head to the power play. As heading to the box is going to be, looks like number 12. Trying to see from over here, I believe. I believe that's Tori Jenkins. So Halifax takes over. If you're getting close to the halfway mark here in the first period. So 4-on-4 lacrosse, a little extra room down there on the floor now for these two teams, and trying to take advantage is Fournier. She gets a shot on goal. Save made. There's a turnover in behind the goal, and then the Wolves that quick. They like to use their speed. They came down. Would have been a little 2-on-2, but the pass over here on the short side misses its target. Halifax picks it off. And back the other way, she's been doing multiple times so far this game, is Blythe Nagel. She still has it. She's looking to head to the bench. They're looking to push. Now just trying to send her over a half. She still has possession. Now she finally looks out through the middle. She's trying to connect there with a pass right at the top of the crease. Couldn't quite get that one through. Wolves pick it off. Penalized player for Halifax will step back on the floor here. So Halifax on the power play here for a minute. Wolves with the ball though. 15 seconds on their shot clock as they look to kill some time off. They send it to the far side. There's a pass over front, maybe a chance for a short-handed opportunity. And there's a bounce shot that's going to go up and out of play, and that's going to do it here for the first half. And we're going to get our media timeout. And of course, this one's going to be brought to you by Maxim Construction. We always want to thank all our sponsors. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for the continuing of the first period. As a reminder, after the first 10 minutes in each period, we had that media timeout. Also a good timeout for the goaltenders, as obviously no place to put that water bottle on the back of the net, so they give them a chance for a break. So Hurricanes will continue on the power play here for 44 seconds as we hear the whistle. They're going to bring it up from their own zone. Looking to set up, looking for the equalizer here. And on the defense there for the Wolves was Abby Hamilton pushing the Halifax back. And there's a chance there. They're trying to find some room. Was Allison trying to get that shot up over top. Only 3 seconds on the shot clock, but it's stolen ball. Maybe a chance here for a mini break as McRae goes in alone and can't beat the iron. Maggie McRae with a chance there as the penalty ticks down. Penalized player makes her way back onto the floor, and we'll be back to 5-on-5 now as Halifax brings up over half. Hand that off. There's Maunder. There's a quick pass up through the middle. Both teams looking for it, and Halifax comes up with it. Looking to find an opening. Grace Allison trying to just bowl her way all the way through to the goal. Didn't get a shot. It wasn't quite the shot she wanted on target, but any shot on net's a good time. Now the ball's still loose. Halifax can't quite find it. Sackville does. Got to run that one back over half. Little spin there. Trying to go through the spin cycle in the Halifax player there, but couldn't quite get the shot on target. That's going to come all the way back the other way. You'll hear the whistle. Back over will be the call. 7:43 remaining here now in the first. Halifax will take over in the far corner in the Wolves zone. Looking to set up. They come back up top. Quick pass. Looking up to the middle and then just out of the reach. As trying to find that one in the front of the goal was Rayfuse. But they do pick it up. Now a chance here. Looking through. There's a shot with a screen. He score! I believe number 3, Quinn Groombridge, getting Halifax on the board, tying this up at 1 with 7:24 remaining here in the first. We'll see here on the replay. Gets a little time and space here and uses the defender as a screen and just finds the room to squeeze that through. They had an opportunity there on the power play, but they score at full strength. And but Sackville back at center, gonna win that draw. And picking up there is Hayes. That's Candace Hayes, looking to set things up, pass it off to the far side. Trying to use that screen now. And there's a quick rip there. Was Sophia Mullen. There's a reason she's leading the team in score with shots like that, but a better save from Nagel. Halifax picks up the rebound, gets up over half. Here's the goal announcement. He sets it pretty quick on that far side. They're trying to listen in. Sackville finds a loose ball. Quickly, they move it back up over half. And it's Maggie McRae. She's trying again. She tries to go up over the shoulder of the defender, but the goaltender Nagel able to see it, but the rebound's picked off by Sackville again. There's a quick pass over front. They're trying to go low with this one. That hits a defender right in the leg. That ball doesn't feel good. Ball up top here in the feet. Able to scooped up. Now looking to set up. Swimming her. Shoots and scores. I believe that one was down low. They had a quick look. And then the time I put my eyes back in, the ball's in the back of the twine. We'll see here in the replay. Right after Halifax ties it up at 1, Sackville regains their 1-goal lead. And you'll see here, Swimmer had the ball. Quick pass over there, right there, going back over the shoulder with that cross crease. We get a better view here of the Halifax goaltenders look at it, and there it is there. We'll bring it back to center, wait for the announcer again to let us know the goal scorer. Either way, Wolves don't care who scored. They're back up by 1. There's another quick play. We'll see a replay what we just had moments ago, but that ball just as the goaltender was spinning out, the ball spun the right way. As again, there's the Wolves announcement. Wolves still with it. It was 71. Kat Wilkie was the goal scorer for the Wolves. Another rookie. I believe there's a lot of rookies on the Wolves this season. I'm looking down and see 6 of them. Look at that, being taken to the floor. Now the referee's arms up as well, and I believe Sackville's going to be heading to the box. And tripping is going to be the call. So right after Sackville scored to regain their 1-goal lead, they're going to go back to killing a penalty. As heading to the box, I believe it looks like it is number 8, Kenzie Rossong. Keep talking about these rookies. They keep appearing on the score sheet. So 5:35 remaining, 2 minutes up on the clock. Halifax with a chance to tie. You look down the stands, not a great crowd here for a Saturday night game. What else you got to do here is Saturday? Come watch some great lacrosse action. And here's Halifax looking to set up. Little underpass that gets forced to the corner. And the cross stick hitting the floor. But the pass is made over. Shot clock's winding down. Wild shot that's going to go just wide. Shot clock violation. Sackville will take over. A little extra bumping in the middle there as teams were making the way the other way. Now Sackville down in the corner. Dyer looks to set up. As they're going to kill some time here. A minute and a half remaining in the penalty. Trying to find some room there. Haley James. James putting the speed on. Looked like she was going to go to the front of the goal and went for the pass. It gets deflected. Halifax picks it up, and they'll start to bring it back the other way. Quickly moved up over half. Offense back on the floor. Looking to set things up now. Fournier gets it back, and they go back and forth. There's a quick shot. That's going to be deflected, go off the backboards. Halifax finds it. This time Groomsbridge. She already has one here this evening. She looked for a moment. Now the pass goes down. There's another chance. This time it's going to be a bouncer that's going to miss the target, go up out of play. Sackville takes over, 42 seconds remaining in the power play. So trying to bring it over, hold for as much time as possible to kill this penalty off. Up in the middle. They're going to use the speed. As I say that, they're going to try to go for a shorthanded one. And that one's going to miss the target. And they try to pick up their own remand. They do. 7 seconds on the shot clock from that far side. Looking up top, trying to find some room there. Nothing but white jerseys in front. That shot's going to go up and over and wide. Shot clock will go off. So Halifax now with 14 seconds left on their power play. They'll have to hurry quick. They want to take advantage. Quick pass up here at center. Allison trying to find some room. Runs right in and runs over the Wolves player, and she keeps it as well. That gets the bench fired up. Allison still with the penalty over. Allison going to all herself. And that would have been a beauty if it went in. But that one's going to go just wide. Sackville looks to send it up quickly. .3:18 remaining here in the first. Wolves up 2-1. Looking to set things up, only 13 seconds on their shot clock. There's a low one trying to use the screen in front, trying to slide that one through everyone's feet was Hayward. I believe that was Hovey, sorry, not Hayward. Either way, missed the target. Halifax takes over, and they're quickly back the other way. But they're going to lose it, and maybe a chance here. Quick up, looking to set things up. There's Isa Hayward. She's in alone. She has all kinds of time and space. They're going to put that one just high. As Nagel using every square inch of her body there to stay big in that net, and it works to her advantage. And then the ball is going to go to play as Halifax try to go back the other way, so Sack will have another opportunity. 2:40 remaining here in the first. Pass up top, looking for some room on that far side. That shot's going to go just wide from Hovey. Lacrosse pass. That's going to get deflected, then picked off, and backed away. Here comes Nagel. Blythe Nagel gets it up over half. She hands it off to the offense. Down deep in the corner, Allison, all the way around the net. She waits for some help. She takes a couple shots here, so she looks for some room. Now she lowers the shoulder, but loses the ball. Sackville's going to grab it. They're going to look up. There's a quick pass up to the middle. Maybe a chance here. Looking for some room in by her own. There's a shot this time, making no mistake, putting it home is number 24, Isa Hayward. Her second of the evening. As a nice little pass to send her off, and she has a quick look over the shoulder and a couple little stick fakes, and this time makes no mistake. 1:55 remaining here in the first. Sackville now leads 3-1. We'll bring it back to center. And Sackville's going to win that face-off. Picked up now here by McCrae. That shot's on target, saved made by Nagel. And then on the boards, it's going to be a violation on Halifax, so that'll be a turnover. Sackville retains possession. I'm looking to find some room. Hamilton, quick pass. She heads for the bench. There's a shot, trying to use an angle. Nagel with the save, but right off the goaltender and back into the Sackville end of things. But a nice play at the bench here. They were making a change, but just kind of waited in the box area, and it comes, and you can hear the cheers there. And there's another one for the Wolves as the goals are coming quick now. This time, I believe it's going to be number 17. And I believe that's Jada Anthony. If it is, another rookie for the Wolves. As this game was tied 1-1, but it didn't say tied 1-1 for very long. A minute 15 remaining here now, 4-1 Wolves. And they're going to win another draw. Picked up now by Haas. Of course, this is Candace Haas. Hands it off in the corner. As she makes her way to the front. There's a hit. And they're going to say, without the ball. And you hear the benches, if they're into this. We're under a minute to go now here in the first. Halifax takes over on the turnover. On the far side with him. Looking to set things up. They'd like to get another one here maybe before the break, try to get back into this a little bit. Grace Allison trying to find some room. Now she's going to just reach back and fire one. That's going to miss on the far side. Sackville scoops it up.
Legal substitution. White Belt on the goal. Scored by Wolves goal scored by number 24 is a Hayward from 55 Valley Gar. 155 remaining in the first period.
As they announce Hayward's goal there.
Wolves goal scored by number 17 Janet Anthony, assisted by number 25 Erica Swanker, and number 8.
And it was Anthony. And as they're making that announcement, Nagel has to make a save in tight. Now the clock ticking down, ball along the wall. Quick whistle, but not going to come to no avail as the horn's going to go. That's going to do it for us here after one. Wolves lead 4-1. We're going to take a quick break here, try to get back. And we'll see you right in a few for the second period action. second period action just getting ready to get on the way. Wolves making a little surge there towards the end of that first period, scoring 3. Making it a 4-1 game as the officials make their way back to the floor. Players already lined up at center having a great conversation. I believe it's Nagel. I can't quite see who the Wolves player is. The number kind of blends right in to the arm stripes. But they're having a pretty good laugh, so they're having a good time. They're having a lot of fun, and guess what? That's what it's all about here. They battle when they're on the floor, but friends on afterwards. So we'll see here now if the Hurricanes will have any kind of a pushback over the Wolves continue their scoring onslaught. We switch ends. We'll bring it here to center. You hear the players. They're ready as they bang their sticks on both benches. And a face-off draw, kind of a scramble. Both teams still looking for it. You can still see it right in the middle of that scrum. They're almost trying to force it. Almost looking like a rugby scrum there for a moment. Now the Wolves looking for it along the wall. And it's Haas finding it. Gonna whip it over. Dyer. Here rips a shot. And Nagel had to be ready early between the pipes for the Hurricanes to make the save. Rebounds picked up. You can see the Wolves right along the boards. Relentless on the forecheck as well, but the Hurricanes do get up over half. And a pass, though. An errant pass that's bounced around. Both teams still looking for it. Sackville finally able to knock it down. They're quickly back the other way. They got a player open down low. Up on themselves. Trying to get that shot in tight, but a nice save there by Nagel. Picking up her own rebound was McCrae. Now she heads over quickly, and a quick shot trying to go up over top there was James. Now the Wolves with it as they go in behind the goal. Looking cross crease, trying to find some openings. Does have it spinning and turning, firing another one. He goes just up over the bar, and that's going to go all the way over and back down deep in the Wolves zone. Hurricanes will take over deep in the corner over on the turnover. And Grace Allison will start to set up. She takes it from the corner. Quick little pass here in front of us. A little bit too far ahead. Ball goes off the boards. Wolves pick it up and off for the races again. Quickly up the court. Anthony, quick pass over, shoot, and another nice save as Nagel was ready for that one. Nice little pass and in tight. Had to stand tall. Now bringing it back quickly up over half is Taylor. Kathleen Taylor loses the handle, and as she touches it, that's going to be a back over call. Wolves take it in possession again. McCrae going to head to the bench, and she's going to hand it off there to Dyer. She's looking to take it herself. She tries to spin off the check. Still has it. Trying to use the pick now as she hands it off. There's a quick shot from the outside and trying to squeeze it. It does come loose. Trying to get the big stick on as well. And then a crease violation will continue to be Wolves ball. New shot clock. Looking for a room. Nice little move there. Falling down, firing a shot, but couldn't quite get on target as Haas almost had a pretty one. But they do keep possession. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a chance here. This one trying to go low. Just missed that far side. Tried to go by the feet. Now going to try to hold it from getting over half. Trying to use every inch of the body, but not quite. And she's got a chuckle as she heads to the bench. But Halifax will take over. They pick it up. Whistle goes. Back on the offense now. There's a pass. A little bit too far ahead off the backboards, but Halifax does pick it up. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Looking at the top of the crease. Loses the handle. That's hand. Gonna take that away. She's gonna move it up quickly. Doesn't know where it is as Hayward had to look down in her feet, picks it up. You gotta love to see the smiles from up here. And Hayward already has a couple here. This guy's gonna hand it off. Then over the shoulder, but couldn't quite put that one on target. The old over the shoulder behind the back, but couldn't quite put it home. That's going fancy there was Wilkie. There's another chance in tight, trying to go up and over was Rossong, but the horn's gonna go. Shot clock violation. Halifax will take over. For almost 3.5 gone here in the second. That ball's gonna pop out And Halifax player didn't realize it, and she lost the handle as Jamie Smith. And now Sackville again. Pass a little bit too far ahead. We're trying to pick it up off the backboards. She can't quite find it. Halifax does. Nagel. She'll start to carve her way up the floor. She's going to roll it as the offense just came on as Groomsbridge was trying to pick it up. She's still looking for it, and she does find it on the bounce. Quinn Groomsbridge. Little underhand pass that goes up kind of high, but does land. There's a shot from outside with the shot clock winding down, trying to get that on target, but does go just wide. But the horn will go. Shot clock violation. Possession now, Wolves. They're quickly up over half. Looking down deep in the corner. Quick pass down low. Trying to find some room, trying to cut through, gonna lose the handle. Back the other way. Two Wolves attack and take down their player. Now getting back up and trying to come right at it because as Allison was not happy with getting taken down, but Sackville does elude the pressure. There's a shot from the far side. Nagel with the save. Rebound is going to be picked up along the boards. Almost 5 minutes gone now here in the second. Pass to the far side. There's a shot from way out. That's going to go just wide. Sackville pick it up. 20 seconds on the shot clock. From up top. Pass down to the far corner. Looking to take it off the bounce. There's a shot again from that far side. Can't quite hit the target. Only 10 seconds now. Going for a pass, trying to cut through the middle. Maybe they'll try. There's one that goes off the shoulder. Nice save from Nagel. Rebound picked up. And again taken to the floor. Allison getting worked over here a little bit, but now she's able to find it picked up. That's a hard working shift there. Now she's going to go for a run 1-on-2. She had a quick look up. Now she waits for the offense. She's going to head to the bench for a well-deserved rest. And the Halifax offense trying to find some room. Lose it along the boards, but find it again. Only 5 seconds on the shot clock, though. Ball loose. Sackville has it, and quickly the other way. By herself, going for a run. Her teammates encouraging her on. Trying to find some room, but run out of real estate there was Tori Jenkins. I love the enthusiasm on the bench. The cheering on their teammates. It's great. There's a shot that goes wide, and Nagel had to be careful, and then again in tight. That one came off the backboards. She had to be careful that didn't hit her in the back and go in. And then right in front of her, there was a shot from in tight. And then she sends it up the floor. Picked up now by the other Nagel on the team. They start to move things around. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They've got to move quick. They're trying to get closer to the net, but Sackville keeping them at bay far. Loose ball. Sackville has it. Nora Haas moves it up. Picked up by Hayward. Wolves does have some numbers here. The look. That pass will be a little bit too far behind the streaking player. Now it's picked up, trying to go off to the races. Sackville's defense trying to get on. Here she is, in alone, shoots, and a nice save as Blythe Nagel with a long run from center, trying to outrun the Wolves D. But their goaltender, Peyton Lawyer, hasn't seen as much rubber as the Halifax goaltender. Was up to the task on that breakaway. Aaron pass going to go all the way down the other end. Sackville pick it up deep in the corner. And it's going to be Lawler out of her goal. She wants to maybe get her name on the score sheet as she sends the pass up. Here's Sackville over half. Mullen now. She did a pass out front. There's a chance with the streaking Anthony. He gets a shot on target. Saves made. Rebounds handled by Sackville. They look to set up again. There's a quick shot. And ripping another one was Mullen. Another save from Nagel. And coming out of the corner this time, Nagel with another save. I feel like I'm repeating myself on this one. Another opportunity off the boards. Another save. As Sackville throwing all kinds of shots towards the goaltender. They keep getting their own rebound as well. Here's another chance. And this time missing was Wilkie going just wide. And Halifax looking for a loose ball, but lose it. Picked up. Maybe a chance here. Firing one at Nagel again. And you can see the frustration of the Sackville player as she can't believe she missed on that opportunity. I believe it was swimming her. Halifax finally able to pick it up and send it over half, but that's going to be picked off right at half. And quickly back the other way, looking for some room. Coming in, cutting back, shooting back the other way. But couldn't quite get that one. It was Ross Song. Sackville again on the replay. On the rebound, sorry. I'm going all the way around. There's a bringing it around the world and putting it home. Almost diving across the crease, but getting the shot off from that far side. We'll see here on the replay, as I'm sure Nagel will see there, right there. Thought she was going to go airborne for a moment, but she's able to keep the feet on the ground and put the ball home. 5-1 now. We're all tied up at 1 for a moment there in the first. But it's been all Sackville since. 11:28 remaining here in the second. 5-1 now. And we'll bring it back to center on the draw. Martin trying to win it back, and does. Sackville picks up. Here's Hayward. Hayward moves it up top, trying to find some room now. Hamilton, she misses with her shot. Rebounds picked up in the corner. Sackville with possession. Looking for some room. To the far side with it now. Trying to cut some room. They just scored with one there moments ago, but this one does stay out. If Nagel able to get a piece. And Halifax looking to clear. Can't find it though. She got all spun up trying to find, looking down for a loose ball. Now takes a knock as well. It was Hovey, number 21 for the Wolves, that scored that 5th goal for Sackville. There's a quick pass to the far side, off a stick, picked up top now. Sackville again. Can't quite get anything through, maybe up top. They try to get a shot through. That does get through, but Nagel with the save. Sackville with their own rebound again, trying to go up over the shoulder, and Nagel gets just enough of it. Now she's going to pick up the rebound and look to send it. But the player was changing, and just in time as the defender got on the bench, just as the offense was coming on. A nice little read there as it was picked up on the fly by Refuse. Now loose ball along the boards. Picked up, and nobody could find it. They had an open player down the floor, but couldn't quite get the ball in time. Now they'll pick it up. Whistle goes. They'll bring it up over half. Sackville. Hamilton trying to find some opening. She hands off. Here's a quick shot as they tried to get them on the run. That one's going to go out of play. On the whistle, I had a quick look at the over the 10-minute mark. The referee didn't realize. Play continues with a high bounce. Both teams have a quick look up. Sackville got to find it. 20 seconds on their shot clock. Trying to find some room. Wilkie getting worked all the way up to the top. And she's going to hand it off, get it back, but couldn't quite receive the pass. They almost had a nice little give and go going. Now the referee's arms up. Sackville's goaltender heads to the bench. That's your attacker on. Whistle's going to go. And it's going to be a cross-check call. It's going to go against Halifax. But we're going to take a quick break as we're going to head to our media timeout. This one's going to be brought to you by Uniglass. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back for the continuation of the second period. And just like that, we're back And we're back, and the Wolves are going to be on the power play here, leading 5-1. It's in the box for the cross check was number 10, Sophie Maunder for the Halifax Hurricanes. So taking it now here at center, it's going to be Maddie Dyer. And it's the Wolves will look to set up their power play and increase their lead. There's a quick pass, trying to cut right through the middle as they try to get that quick pass up top, and then the rebound with a quick shot. That's going to, with a bounce, and go just wide. So Halifax will take over now. But Halifax can't get out of their own zone as Sackville picks off that pass attempt. They'll get to make some changes and look to set up. Dyer slowing things down as they start to swing it around the outside. Down low with it, going to take it in behind. Back up top. And that was going to be picked off. Nice stick by the Hurricane. And then trying to go for a run now. Ball comes loose, trying to chase it down. Both teams looking for it, but able to get it up over half there is Nagel. Now she's by herself down there with possession against the board. And gets thrown down as the Sackville player reaching over and hooking the stick and bringing the Hurricanes player down to the floor. But she's right up and back on defense as the Sackville Wolves will have 50 seconds now on the power play. Only 20 seconds remaining, though, on their shot clock as they try to get the rest of the offense on the floor. Now they start to swing. Up top, gets in motion, looking for a screen. There's a shot. That one's going to go just wide. Picked up off the board, though, and another chance. There's a rip and a shot. They're going to get one, does get through. Nagel with the save. She's going to scoop it up. She's going to hold it for a moment, and it comes out. And looks like she might just send it down the other end, and she does. And she tried to find somebody open, and then she elects to send it down. And then Lawler tried to play that, missed it both times going through and off the boards, but gets some help from her teammates. And bringing it all the way up now is Abby Hamilton. Hamilton hands it off. Only 3 seconds on the shot clock. Had a quick look over their shoulder now as the penalized players back on the floor. We're back to even strength. Sackville still with the ball. They only got 10 seconds on their shot clock, though. Quick pass over. Trying to reach out a little bit too far. 5 seconds. Have to get a quick shot here. Maybe here it is, and it is. So it does get through as she gets taken down. Play will continue as Nagel made the save. Heads up there along the boards as the Halifax player got run into two Wolves trying to get that over half. And now that's how quick Sackville's back the other way. And with it this time it's Wilkie. Wilkie hands it down low. She's going to head to the bench. Looking for an opening now. Brings it all the way back up top there is Martin. 10 seconds on Sackville shot clock. Now it's going to be Rossong. She's trying to find opening. She hands it back up top. Mullen with the shot and gets through as the shot clock was getting ready to expire. And the ball went all the way down the other end on the rebound. And we're looking down behind the plate. The referee having a conversation with a couple of the players. The play continues. Down to 6 minutes remaining here now in the third. Sackville back on the offensive side of things. Up top with it. Haas. She hands it down low. They're trying to put that shot over top. There is Hovey. Misses the target. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Coming in with it now, Haas. Candace Haas rips the shot. That misses, and the horn's going to go. As the shot clock expires, Halifax takes over in their own zone. As they look to bring it back up over half. Going to roll down along the floor, but that's going to be read by the Wolves. And they got some numbers, 3-on-1. They hand over the far side, quickly get it back, looking for a quick shot. Nagel reads that perfect, but the rebound's loose. Both teams looking for it, and Sackville has it. Harker hands it off. Now bringing it back up top is McCrae. McCrae with the shot. Nagel with another save. Sackville with another rebound. Picked up, moved over, and trying to get on the run there as Hayward with a nice little dish. Teammate couldn't quite handle the pass, but they do get a shot off in close that Nagel steers aside, but Sackville controls the rebound. McCrae trying to find some room. She comes in, gets a shot on goal. Nagel with another save, scoops up her own rebound, and she's going to send it up. And just jumping on and off the bench in time were the Hurricanes. And then trying to find some room to make a move there with Allison. She gets a shot through. Saves made from Lawler. And she's looking for the rebound. The whistle went. And you can see the little laugh there from the officials. Nobody knew where the ball was. As it rolled out of her equipment after the whistle. Now Sackville finally brings it up the floor. Looking for a quick little pass in front. Off the backboards now. Halifax looking for a loose ball. Both teams trying to find it. Sackville able to pick it up. There's a quick pass here, short side, but couldn't quite handle it. But somehow lands right out front, but trying to keep a hold on it and stay outside the crease. And Greer-Nagel steps in, picks that up. And again, there's that set play as the goaltender sends the pass. They get the bounce straight as the offense is coming onto the floor. And that time trying to get the shot off. But it's going to bounce over. And running off. Trying to, you can see the Sackville players thought about going for a run there was Hayward. But she elects to turn back. They try to get things set up here. Quick ball movement up top. Now trying to cut through the middle. There's a chance there. Shoots, he scores. Jada Anthony with her second of the evening with a nice pass and then better finish. As the Wolves increase their lead. Six to 1 now here, 3:36 remaining in the second. We had a quick pass and getting the Wolves player on the run and then making no mistake. As quick as she received it, she let it loose. We'll bring it back to center, wait for the official goal announcement, of course. And on the faceoff, Wolves going to control. Picked up on the far side now. Howes got to hand it off. Dyer trying to find some room. There's a little behind the back pass. Sackville's got to pick up off the boards. A little bit of trickery coming up here now for the Wolves. There's a chance all by herself in front. And Nagel with another big save. As Rossong looking for a chance. And now causing the turnover. I believe that was James, Haley James. The number's hard to tell between the 6 and the 8 there sometimes on the far side. Either way, turnover caused by the Wolves, and they'll take over possession. 3:11 remaining here now in the second. New shot clock for the Wolves. They're going to try to set something up from in behind. Back quickly out front. That pass a little bit too tall. Whistle will call on the back over. So Hurricanes will take over deep now in the Wolves zone. Exactly 3 minutes remaining here in the second. Now deep in the corner. There's the Wolves and goal announcement. It was Anthony. There's a loose ball picked up by Halifax here near center. Looking to go for a run here with Allison. Allison trying to find an opening. She gets turned back. 15 seconds to go on their shot clock. Up top with it. I'm watching a lot of action away from the ball as well. But Halifax still with it. Only 3 seconds on the shot clock. Up top, going to have to send it towards the goal. And there it is, but the horn's got to go. And Lawler didn't quite see it as she was listening, but either way, she kept it out. Now she sent it quickly down into the offensive side of things. McRae going to hand it off to Haas. Haas looking to set up. There's a quick pass. There's a quick spin and turn. And there's the bounce shot. That's going to bounce a little bit too high. And that went to the netting out of play. Halifax takes over. There's a quick pass as they bring it up over half. Now from that far side, trying to lower the shoulder, trying to work her way to the front of the goal. Gets turned back as Allison does rip a shot. That's going to go just wide. And they picked up off the boards and looking to go for a run now. Maybe a chance for a break. In alone. Hayward with the shot, but there's Nagel again. Able to stand up, stay big, and keep it out. And another shot, and this time she's rolling backwards, and as she spins, she's able to keep that out. There's a crease violation, so the Wolves will keep possession, but what else can the Halifax goaltender do to keep her team in this? She's seen a lot of rubber here this evening. And Wolves still have possession as they look to move it. A little bit of an errant pass. Goes up high, but it's picked up. 15 seconds on the Sackville shot clock. Trying to pull her way through. Want to walk through. There's a shot. And just get enough of it again as Nagel stays out. And try to chase this ball down. I think it's going to go a little bit too far. And Sackville's going to get there first as they pick it up. Last minute of play. Sackville with a 2-on-1 now with a little bit of confusion on the change. But a good shot by the Halifax defender, Nagel, as the two Nagels were the only ones back, the goaltender and number 13. And they were able to come up big here as we come to the end of the second. Now they're trying to find a loose ball that rolls to the corner. Sackville there as well, and they're going to come up with it. They start to move it up. There's one on the bounce as they pick it up and bring it over half. McRae. She hands off into the corner. But a 2-second differential to the game clock and shot clock as we get to the later stages of the second. Sackville trying to find the way through. There's a shot that gets through. Nagel with the save. And now she scoops it up. And she's just going to send it all the way down as she looked up at the clock. And she wants to get through the end of this period. We did get a whistle, but Sackville's goaltender just going to hold on. And the horn goes. That's going to do it for us after 2. And we're going to take another short break. Those first 2 periods tell you anything. The third should be fun. We'll see everybody in a few. Welcome back, everyone. Third period action, just get ready to get on their way. Wolves right now 6-1. They lead after 2 periods. But as with this game, you never know what could happen. Halifax looking to pull spoilers as Sackville undefeated here so far this season. And as we know with this sport, goals can come fast and furious. Sackville looking pretty strong. So let's put 20 minutes up on the clock and see here for the third what we got. And Sackville going to control that draw to get things started. A little across the floor pass. It doesn't connect. Halifax has it. And they're looking to come back the other way. Picked off there by Maunder. Ball's loose now as both teams trying to get a handle. The bounces all the way to the corner. Halifax trying to push off and does. Picks up, trying to bring it right back up top. Trying to find some room. 4 Wolves collapse quickly as there's no room for Grace Allison. Wolves not giving her any time. Then look at Lawler stepping out, going to set a pick. And the Wolves able to bring it back the other way. Pass a little bit too far. Halifax picks it off. They're back quickly the other way. A little bit of scrambly play as we get started here in the first minute of the third. Halifax going to slow things down. Allison has a quick look. She's going to get the ball knocked loose, but does get it right back. Now she steps up, reaches back, tries to send the shot off. But the Wolves defender gets a stick on stick. Able to hold that up. Now Lawler picks up. She's going to look to send it up. And pass received now by McCrae. She heads to the bench as she sends it up to Anthony. Anthony's sitting here with 2 this evening. She tries to find an opening. Ball's loose, gets some help. Picked up now by Swimmer. Swimmer can't quite get the shot on target. Only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gonna have to shoot one from way outside. Does land on target, but right in the big stick of the Halifax Hurricanes goaltender. She's gonna hold on to that. And Halifax will bring it up. Gotta be careful there at the bench. They're making changes and the ball's loose and they're close to that halfway mark as well. Sackville gonna take advantage of that. A little bit of confusion on the Halifax side. Sackville back on the offense. Wilkie. She stops up. Hands off to Hovey. Hovey looks for an opening. She's going to break it wide. She gets it knocked loose and sends her player to the boards. But ball was loose. Halifax will retain possession and they'll come down the other way. Looking to bring it up the floor. Sackville off on the forecheck. Halifax have to move it up quickly as they almost. Everyone's going to run out of time. Ball still loose. Everybody looking for it. Right here at center and hand up. And you'll hear the cheers there as Haley James lowering the boom there that time. But Halifax does keep possession. This time it comes loose. And they're going to try to run this one down as it comes down to the corner. Shot clock violation against Halifax. But Sackville's going to pick it up in the corner anyway. We get a few whistles here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Couple players too many on the floor there for Sackville. So number 18, Kaylee Calder, is going to go serve the too many player penalty. So Halifax here, as they approach 3 minutes gone in the third, going to head to the power play. And starting from up top is Fournier.
2 minutes for a legal substitution. Being served by number 18, Callie Calder, 17-11
And maybe a chance here to announcing the penalty. A short-handed opportunity as looking to go for a run now. Haley James. James picks it herself. She shoots. And that one's going to be, I believe, off the post and maybe a bit of the goaltender as well. Either way, Nagel able to keep that out. As James taking that herself all the way. 30 seconds tick off on the penalty. Halifax back on the offensive side. Groomsbridge, the only goals scorer so far for Halifax, hands it off. Up here to Allison. Allison rips a shot. Lawler with the save. Sackville picks up a loose ball, and again, trying to send it for that pass. Just a little bit too far there for Hovey. Now she's down there by herself. Going to bring her to the corner. Goes right into harm's way, and she takes a few bumps trying to put that shot on target. Nagel picks it up, hands it off, and Halifax looks to bring it back over half. Still in the power play, 45 seconds. The Hurricanes. Pass a bit too far in the corner. Looking to get it back along the boards now. Fournier can't find it. Sackville does. Maddie Dyer looking to go for a run. She goes right down Main Street. She's going to fire one right into the goaltender. Scores! As she's apologizing to the goaltender. Referee's arms up for the goal. As she went down and she got the shot. I couldn't even see the ball. As she ran into the goaltender. We get a better look of it here. And then she bumps the goaltender. There's the ball, and there's the signal from the official. And it's a goal. No argument from the other side. So Dyer getting her name on the score sheet here this evening. About 4.5 gone here in the third period. Been all Sackville since that first period when we were tied at 1. And Sackville with the faceoff draw. McRae takes it all the way around. Brings it back up top. Going to hand it off now to Swimmer. 7 seconds on Sackville's shot clock. You're going to fire one towards the goal. There's a chance in tight. Nice little pass and a better pickup, but again, a better save. As in tight with that shot, but now Sackville just takes it away at half as Halifax will send the ball up the floor. Now it's Anthony. Anthony makes a quick pass. Going to come through. Trying to cut in there was Hovey. She took a shot up high and lost the handle. 7 seconds on the shot clock. It's way up top. Here's a quick pass. Trying to come in, trying to find some room. Maybe on that short side was Anthony. But the shot clock's going to continue on here. I thought she got it on target, but the horn went either way. Sackville has possession. And now the Hurricanes goaltender will try to get the ball away from harm's play. And heads up here as trying to find loose ball. Sackville does. As again, the Wolves lower in the boom. And now a loose ball going to be picked up here near center. Quick pass picked up, running in and out. Just going wide with that one there. Where the Wolves, and they'll try it again. This time they're going to shoot and they're going to score. And a nice little shot there. This time it's going to be Sophia Mullen with her first of the evening. You can see here she just reaches back and fires that one. So 13:57 remaining here in the third. Wolves continue to add to the onslaught now, 8-1. We'll bring it back to center, wait for the official announcement, of course. And as we do, Sackville's going to win another faceoff on the far side with the Haas looking to try to set things up. New chance here in the middle. Quick little shot. Nagel with the save. Rebound picked up. Wolves again. And Nagel again with another save. Sackville retains possession as they're getting a lot of their own rebounds. This time Nagel just steps up herself. She's going to pick it up. And now she has a quick look. She wants to send it all the way down. Going to bounce the pass up through the middle. Halifax trying to find possession. Going to be loose. And there's a big reverse check there. And Halifax, as number 27, Olivia Kummer, lowered the shoulder. And Halifax here on the offensive side of things. Shot clock's on the go, though, to try to get a quick pass out front. Sackville picks it up, and then going to go for a run. And her teammates cheering her on. Nora Haas scores! They're all excited for this one. And you can see the bench, they're looking for the ball. Let's look at the replay. They were cheering her on for this one. She comes in and she scores. And you can see the excitement for up here. And we're going to get a timeout as Halifax going to take a timeout. I think as everybody getting on the score sheet here for Sackville this evening. And I see the bench asking for the ball. And still getting the appreciation from her teammates there on the bench. Halifax now just trying to calm things down. They being a little deflated, I would say. As even when they got possession, they've been losing it pretty well at center, trying to get back over. Should mention as well, Sackville will be back home here again on Wednesday at 7:30 as they welcome the Dartmouth Bandits into town. We have a quick look. As we said earlier, Sackville's sitting 10-0, looking like they're going to be, safe to say, they'll be 11-0 after this evening. Eastern Shore not far behind though with a 6-3 record, and a leading scorer on that Eastern Shore Breakers team. So when playoffs come, which again with the lacrosse season being that short and that quick, it's hard to believe summer is just starting here next week. The school ending, graduations, all the good fun stuff. And lacrosse is in full action. They're taking their time in this timeout with 12:39 remaining here in the third. I believe Halifax's next game, they'll be over in Cole Harbour on Friday, so they get a good little break here after tonight. And they're going to take on that Eastern Shores Breaker team. And the whistle goes. We'll bring this back to center. Wasn't sure, thought that might have been a goaltender change maybe for the Hurricanes, but doesn't look like it. We'll bring it back to center. The announcer hasn't announced that 9th goal for the Wolves as of yet. Either way, here we go. Back to center. 9-1, 12:39 remaining here in the third. We're going to get a battle at center. I'm sure the Hurricanes coach just letting her team know, play for the next goal, play the rest of the game, work on things for the next game as well. And there's the goal announcement for Nora Haas. As Sackville looks for some room, take it to the boards. Rebound picked up 15 seconds on the shot clock, though, trying to come out of the corner with it. Pass up top. Maybe a chance here. There's a shot. They gets blocked in front, but comes right back to Sackville. 5 seconds of the shot clock. Got to shoot it from way outside. That gets on target. Nagel again with the save. Now from the corner. Sackville all over these loose balls. And taken to the side. And picked up again. And here are the Wolves. There's a chance here. There's a shot. And there's Nagel again with another save. If anybody needs a well-deserved break, it's that Halifax goaltender. Halifax on the rebound, going to pick it up and send it down, but nobody knew where it was. And that ball's going to go all the way down deep into the Wolves zone. Lawler going to step beside her crease, pick it up, and she'll look to send it up. On the bounce now. Looking to pick it up is Anthony. Anthony still looking for it, knocks it down. Anthony trying to find it, trying to bounce it all the way towards the goal. But Nagel able to get the stick on it, and she's going to send it down. And coming off the bench, you're going to get a run. Now the goalie's just going to pass it back and forth as Lawler has it. She moves it up. Sackville will go here again. Here's Hovey. Hovey hands it off. She said she faked the handoff. She got me on that one there and then went for the shot, but Nagel gets just a piece of it. Now it's Anthony. Anthony looking for some room. She's going to try to cut in from the short side. She gets sent back. Keeps possession. Now she hands it off. Trying to get the cutting. Hovey couldn't quite come up with it. Nagel picks that off and she sent it down. And fresh off the bench, but couldn't quite pick it up, was Fournier. She gets a chase. She sends her player to the floor. And that's going to cause a turnover. Wolves will pick it up and they'll bring it back up over half. A little quiet in here now. Some of the fans on the Sackville side have made the way to the exits. They believe it's safe. Another whistle, another turnover. This time Halifax will take over. We get close to the halfway mark here in the third. Trying to put the Jets on, looking for a shot there. That's going to go high. And out of play, and we're going to get a little timeout here, a media timeout. This one brought to you by Maxim Construction. We're going to take a short break here and bring you the conclusion of this one in a moment. There we are, and we're back. 9:56 remaining here in the third. 9-1, all Sackville here tonight. And wait for the conclusion of this one. And Sackville brings the ball back over half. And it's Hayward. She's going to drop it back. Look at the setup is Dyer. She hands it off. Swinging it back now the other way is Harker. Loose ball, everybody's looking for, took a wild swing at it, and Halifax just going to poke that up over the other side. That's they're a little confusion, but Halifax did whack it down the other way, so they're trying to get things reset on the shot clock. Looks like things are okay now. They'll bring it back over half. There's a loose ball go out the sideboards. They're going to come right into Nagel's stick. She's going to turn up and send it here to Allison. Grace Allison looking for some room. She's going to put the speed on. She's going to put the shoulder down, walk right in. Now she's at the top of the crease. She looks to one. She scores. What a nice individual effort there from number 9, Grace Allison. Gives the Hurricanes their second of the evening. You'll see here now, she put that shoulder down, and then with one player to beat, got Lawler moving to the far side as she came back short side. 8:50 remaining here now in the third. Again, on the Maxim replay, a nice little goal. Good to see the Halifax players not quite all given up. You play to the whistle, play to the end. As Sackville going to win the draw here now on the loose ball. Picked up by Dyer. To look to set things up. They start to move things around here. And that one off the backboards and off the goaltender and in the net. No celebrations anywhere on that one, as that shot was going wide on the short side. You see the horn go now, as nobody even realized it was in. We will see the replay, and you can see here right off the back of her foot. I didn't realize who took the shot from up top. But the Wolves are going to get double digits. As the Hurricanes get one, the Wolves get one right back, making it 10-2. So you got to be lucky to be good and good to be lucky, and the Wolves are showing it there with that last goal. I'll wait to see who they're going to get the official goal to. Here's a chance even here for the Hurricanes, but they had a player open in front, but couldn't quite get it. The puck off her stick there was Groomsbridge. Here's the golden Osmond. Oh, they gave it to Mullen. Mullen got the goal with the shot, and here's another one. As again, all Wolves. As a quick pass in front, and a quick one time as it's in the stick, out of the stick. You see that little pass, and then on the replay, right in. And I believe it's number 8, Rossong, I believe, that time scoring for the Wolves. So it's still with 7:55 remaining here in the third, 11-2 now. Again, with games like this, you just want to make sure both teams keep it clean. Nobody wants to get hurt or suspensions or any of that stuff. Just keep playing the game as Hurricanes back down the other way. Trying to find a loose ball. Fournier in the corner, still trying to pick it up. It's still bouncing around. Now Lawler going to step out, pick it up, as she'll send the ball up. Sackville bring it back up over half. I'm sure they'll start using the shot clock and start using the game clock as we get into the later stages here of this Saturday night affair. From the far side. Top of the crease. Here's a quick shot. And a save in tight by Nagel. Loose ball picked up by Halifax. Trying to run one out. Gonna lose the handle. And Rossong was the goal scorer. There's the pass down in the corner, a little bit too high. That's gonna be picked up now by Nagel. Blythe Nagel. Back up the other way. Right at half, but the official in behind the play is going to call it back over. And there's a close play. I don't know if it's going to be a penalty on the play. I apologize. There's this, looked like it was back over, but it's going to be a slash call to Sackville. And heading to the box is going to be Kat Wilkie, number 71. So Hurricanes going to head in the power play here with 6:40 remaining in the third. the ball down, starting things off as their captain, Josie Fournier. Gets it back up top. She got to fire. She got to score. Quick power play goal. Only took them 9 seconds. As she started at center, handed off, gets it back, and step back and use the traffic in front. Right there, firing that one through as Lawler didn't see it till it hit the twine in behind. So the goals are coming here in the third, 11-3 now. And back at center. Halifax picks it off. As Fournier again just scored moments ago, looking for a loose ball on the boards. This one gets sent to the corner. Everybody looking for it, and player gets taken down. As coming in there and cleaning house was Grace Allison. But the Wolves player didn't have the ball. No contact without the ball. Turnover. Sackville takes over. And they're off top with it. Trying for a shot down low in the feet. That's going to miss the intended target. 13 seconds remaining here in the shot clock. This time shooting and scoring is going to be number 21, Hovey, with her second of the evening. As the floodgates really open up now. You see here on the replay from way outside, able to fire that one home. Number 21, Brianna Hovey. And we'll bring that back to center. Under 6 remaining here now in the third. And loose ball controlled by Sackville. And take it. Oh, it's all kinds of bodies hitting the floor. It's starting to get a little rougher now here. With the score being what it is, as both teams have a quick look and heads up. That's a high cross check. And let's hope for the Sackville player that she's okay. I think temper is starting to flare here a little bit with the score being what it is. Looks like she's up. Trainer's going to hit onto the floor, but she is up on her own accord. But heading to the box is going to be number 16, Gemma Refuse. But more importantly, for both teams, that the player is up and okay. So 2 minutes up on the clock, number 16 in the box for Halifax. Power play opportunity here for Sackville, 5:36 remaining now in the third. Of course, I should mention as well, tomorrow evening here, the men's side of Junior A action will be here at the Den at the Sackville Arena, same time, 7:30. And of course, Maritime Athletic Profiles and myself will be back here to bring you the live action. It's a nice heavy goal. There's another player hitting the ground and looking up at the referee. Referee's arm stays down on that one. Sackville retains possession here, 1:44 in the power play. Cross-checking was the call to refuse. And Sackville starts to swing things around the outside before they engage the offense. Now they put it in motion. There's a shot from that far side. Nagel with the save. She picks up the loose ball. Tries to put it to the corner. And stepping up for the pick herself. And now the Wolves had to go pick the ball up deep in their own zone as Halifax sends it all the way down. That might come right on Lawler. She has to stay alert, makes the save. Now she's going to hand it off to Hamilton. Abby Hamilton brings it back up over half. A minute to go here in the power play. 4:35 remaining third period. And again, the Wolves swing it on the outside. Now they move it here on the short side. Firing one that low, and missing that one wide was Hovey. She's looking for the hat trick. That's going to miss everything, come all the way back into their own zone. So back over will be the call. Halifax will take over with 47 seconds remaining on the power play. Little bounce pass. Going to come all the way back and over half, so Sackville will take over. And it's picked up by Calder. Calder, she's looking for a chance on the power play. She gets a shot on goal. And there's a chance there looking for the clear. That hits a body right in front of her own goaltender. And then they battle in the corner. And a 10-second violation. So Sackville will take back over here with 16 seconds remaining on the power play. Quick pass to the far side, reaching up over top and firing a shot that Nagel gets a piece of. Now we got to get a race for it. Both teams trying to get back. And they're both whacking at the ball on the ground as well. But they'll be picked up by Allison. Allison, she tried to get a shot off. She gets the ball taken away from her as she just looked for a shot. She looked back at the official as well to no avail as they're back to even strength. Approach 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Sackville starts to move it around as James moves it over. There's another player hitting the floor and another Sackville player. And I tell you, that floor doesn't feel good when you hit it. They bounce up pretty quickly, and Halifax has the ball. The quick passes are still making a change there in front of their bench. Now they're back on the offensive side of things. Looking for some room. Trying to make their way through is Fournier. She's going to lose the handle. Sackville trying to bounce it up, trying to knock it, and they're able to corral it. Was Hamilton. She's going to slow things down. Hands it off in the corner. Everybody trying to find it. Still loose. Hurricanes have it. As Nagel trying to get it back over half. She's going to hand it off. Now Fournier. Her pass goes just wide. Sackville picks up, going to run it back over half. Anthony from the corner. Back up top with it. Here's a quick shot. That hit the piece of Nagel. Able to make the save. Rebounds picked up top. As we get to the 2-minute mark now. On that far side, Wilkie trying to go back up top with it as another Sackville player hits the floor. And Halifax just going to send it down the other end now. They want this game to be over. Now Lawler going to send it up herself over half, but picking on one side, coming back on the other side, and back over will be the call. Halifax now with possession. 1:40 remaining here in the third. And it's Allison. Allison lowering the shoulder, looking for the shot, but the ball had already come loose. And so here come the Wolves. Hayward. She's over half with it. She hands it off. Hovey looking out front and ripping that shot was Dyer. Now a rebound. That's going to be picked up by Nagel herself. Now she's going to try to set it down. That pass going to be picked off as there's 1 minute to go here in the third. As Haley James stole the pass. She brings it around to the top. Now pass to the far side for the quick one time. But Nagel read that perfectly. As Hayward tried to slam that one home. Now up top with it. Hovey. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 34 seconds remaining here in the third. As Dyer tried to make her way to the net. She gets a shot on, then Nagel makes the saves. And now the shot clock will be turned off. As we're down at 20 seconds, you can hear the coaches on the Sackville side just let them know to hold on to it and try to finish the rest of this game. Oh, and there's a shot. Usually, you do that at different levels. Different outcomes can happen with the score. But that was, but with 3 seconds to go here in the third, I think we're going to get a penalty. I think it's got to go to Halifax, which should pretty well do the icing on the cake here for this one. But heading to the box here, it's going to be number 13. She's just going to head right to the dressing room. A little bit of frustration as Blythe Nagel heads to the dressing room. Roughing's going to be the call. So serving that for her is going to be number 9, Grace Allison. So Sackville should pretty well take it at center, and they'll just counter down. And that will do it as the horn goes. Sackville can celebrate now. 12-3, the final score. The Wolves take it. Mike Elliott here with Maritime Athletics. Profiles, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you next game.